What happened at the end of the session there?
Yeah, you know, I tried my best. We were pushing hard to try and get through. But car is very tricky on the curves. It's very inconsistent in the way that the ride that the car rides the curves, and it just becomes difficult. So I think, yeah, we need to keep working for tomorrow. But just hit the curve in turn 3 like everyone else, and I took off with the front tire, so it's tricky. We need to just understand better how to manage those things. But I think in general it has been a tricky weekend, and we struggled for pace. So we need to try and make it better.
Based on all of that, a long race ahead for you then. How was the race pace feeling in practice?
Yeah, it was not too bad, but it's very hot here, so we will need to see the overheating.
Yeah, it looked like it was always going to be a tough qualifying session based on practice, but can you just talk us through Q1, how it all unfolded for you?
I think overall we knew it was going to be very difficult. Yesterday was on a few issues on the car, which we managed to fix for today, and today felt a bit better. But I think ultimately we're just lacking pace, and we missed for 10.5 or 2 tenths, I think, which we gave it our best shot, but unfortunately we're just too slow.
What about tomorrow? It looks like a long race ahead of you and then Franco from the back of the grid.
Yeah, I think we know it's going to be difficult, and I think we do need something quite big to happen for us to get close to the top 10, but it's race day and anything can happen, so we'll still give it our best chance, but for whatever reason this weekend is very, very difficult for us with the altitude.
We're going to welcome in our next guest, and it's Carlos Sainz. It was P7 in qualifying, a great performance, Carlos. Look, I know it's P12 you'll be starting tomorrow. Talk me through the emotions then, because it was a great quali, a great Q3, but ultimately won't be starting there tomorrow.
Honestly, not thinking about tomorrow yet, just enjoying the good lap. When you do a good qualifying lap, you have the adrenaline pumping, and when you know you've nailed the lap and you put everything together and you've probably done the best lap of the year until now, you're just happy that you're in a good moment with the team, with the car. And if tomorrow I start P12, I'll start P12, but today at least I take that pleasure of knowing that I've maximized everything.
I love that. Talk us through it then. Take us into the cockpit. What made it so good? How did you extract the most from it?
I think we just followed the track evolution really well. There was a lot of track evolution, and in the end there's no secrets. Experience gives me, the experience with the car through the year has given me the knowledge of what to do when the track and the tires change like it's done during the session and during the weekend, and just having those setbacks at the beginning of the season and knowing what to do, what not to do. In the end, there's no secrets. You learn from them, you apply the learnings, and today I applied them. And when you have the raw speed and that knowledge and experience, you can put things together easily. That's why changing teams is always so complicated.
Carlos, we talked before the weekend about how this is a track that you really like because you have to be smooth. This low grip conditions means smooth drivers can be fast drivers. You proved the pace is there. You said you've got the raw speed. Can you make up some positions in the race? Is this a track that you can pass on, and is this a car that's got race pace to match its single lap pace?
It's going to be tricky. It's going to be, I'm not going to lie. When I think about tomorrow, I see myself starting P12, dirty side. Well, I don't love it, but I'm just going to try and get, if I was starting P7, probably tomorrow I'll finish P7 or P8. Oscar would probably get us eventually. And starting P12, the target is still to finish P7 or P8, so it doesn't change that. The thing that changes is starting dirty side and knowing that here, being in the middle of the pack, the cooling of the car, I'll be limited by whatever the car lets me do or the brakes or the engine lets me do in dirty air. But I'll push flat out, see if we can get a few cars, see if we can do something with strategy. And if the car gets too hot, I need to back off and bring it home. So let's see what happens.
Carlos, going back to that lap, I thought it was absolutely stunning, by the way, 10 out of 10. In terms of strategy, as a team, you seem to be very methodical throughout the session, applying that. How much as a driver are you driving this qualifying strategy in terms of positioning of the car, tyre usage?
Yeah, it's very difficult because we have a car that is very tyre sensitive, and if you don't have the tyre in the right window, you can very quickly snowball out of the window and do a terrible lap. So it's something we've been learning through the year and something that we are trying to stay very disciplined. It's not ideal because the moment something goes wrong and something changes plan, you're scared that a problem will appear. So it's not my cup of tea, like you say in England, that we are having to be so strategic and so sensitive to this. But if the car is like this, you just need to stay super methodical, very disciplined, apply the learnings from all the other weekends where we struggled, and when it counts, put the lap.
Great use of "not my cup of tea." That was, absolutely bang on.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, it's excellent. Final one from me, and I appreciate it's the other side of the garage, and you may not have had a debrief yet to fully understand things, but we saw Alex Albon with real brake issues, it seems, today, not able to stop the car. Were you experiencing any of that as well, or can you give any insight into what it may be?
I had issues in FP3. For quali, we managed to solve them. I don't know if they took the same steps as we did. For me, I think from what I heard from the team, it was not only brakes, it was also tires. And I understand because my Q1, the two sets of tires that I ran in Q1, we were on that window where I felt I was just below the right window of the tire. And if Alex was maybe a tiny bit more below, I understand that he had zero grip. So I think we need to analyze it as a team because, I wish we could have Alex to cover for me here today. And he seems like he's been struggling all weekend a bit.
Well, best of luck to you tomorrow. I know P12 is not where you want to start, but let's see what you get from it. Thank you so much to Carlos for his time. What a shame. After the lap that he said he's just had and how much adrenaline is clearly still running through his body that he has to take this penalty.
Yeah, it's kind of two kicks back to back, right? Because running in the points at Austin and then that contact that gave him this penalty, you come up here, have a great result in qualifying, have to start outside the points, and to his point, it is going to be tough to pass. You know, temperature management is going to be a big thing. I think we're going to be hearing a lot about that tomorrow, talking a lot about that tomorrow. But hey, anything can happen in turn one. Anything can happen in these races. He knows he's got a quick car. One of the smartest drivers out there. If there's a guy that can methodically move up, it's Carlos.
Yeah, for sure.